Hello, my name is Wenhao Wang. Today I'm gonna have a book talk about the novel Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe is a well-known realistic memorial-style adventure autobiographical novel. It was written by Daniel Defoe, a famous 18th century English writer who got the idea after the inspiration by the adventure of a Scottish sailor who encountered a shipwreck. The book was first published on April 25, 1719, and after 3 more centuries, the book still remains hugely influential. After reading Robinson Crusoe, my most obvious feeling is that the language of the novel is very easy to understand, which means it was written in simple language. At the same time, the details in plots make me feel so real and very intimate with nature, which makes me don't want to stop reading once I get started. Daniel Defoe used the method of first-person narrative to portray the psychological activities of characters and often makes strong connections with Robinson Crusoe's diary, which also gives the story a very strong sense of reality. The character is often portrayed in the book through his specific actions, such as how Robinson Crusoe spent 42 days building a canoe, but the canoe was unable to use. Then he doggedly started building a second one. This plot highlights Robinson's characterization of strong perseverance and persistence. On the other hand, with the focus on details, the plots of Robinson Crusoe move relatively slow, which means it's not a very fast-pacing novel. Besides, I really like the 3 virtues reflected by Robinson Crusoe in the novel: persistence, optimism, and perseverance. Persistence let Robinson Crusoe solve all difficulties after the shipwreck. When he first came to the island, he had no food and no supplies. But after a short period of despair, he changed his mind and faced life optimistically. He persisted in seeking a glimmer of hope on the desert island and never gave up. Through his constant efforts, he turned the island into a habitable shelter and lived there until he was rescued. Persistence, optimism, and perseverance are the bias for him to complete all of these achievements and make through all the difficulties. Therefore, Robinson Crusoe appeals to teens and young adults between the age of 6 to 16, which means they are in their primary school, middle school, or high school. Teens at this age are developing their own philosophy and values, and the 3 virtues emphasized by Robinson Crusoe are the prerequisites for success. Persistence leads to strong faith, optimism leads to confidence, and perseverance leads to motivation. Besides, in today's society, although people no longer need to take adventures to explore nature and earth, the word adventure also means teens and young adults facing their own lives and difficulties and start their career without their parents' assistance and protection. Therefore, if teens and adults understand and process the virtues reflected by Robinson Crusoe, this can have a lot of positive influence on their future lives and career. As a result, Robinson Crusoe is a novel very suitable for teens and young adults to read, and I strongly recommend it.